was based on an attempt to beat the World Gravity Racer speed record. It stood at 84.4 miles per hour and was set by an American. The Americans call it downhill soapbox. In America, soap powder used to be delivered in big wooden boxes. Right back as early as the 1930s, kids or their parents would fit a pram and roller skate wheels to these boxes to make cheap DIY go-karts. So that's how they got the name. But I don't like the description, soapbox, so I called it a go-kart. Like I went sledging in the first Speed series, not tobogganing. We don't have toboggans or soapboxes in Lincolnshire. We have sledges and go-karts. The most important bit of information about this record is that no pedalling or power is allowed. After an initial push-off, it's all gravity-assisted, so aerodynamics are important and, like everything, these karts had developed over the years. Even by the 1960s, they were looking like mini land speed record cars and little streamlined Bonneville salt flat racers. The record we were looking to break was set by an old boy in America. He had built a right fancy thing, a work of art, with wishbone suspension like a Formula One car. There are videos of him setting his record on a public road, with traffic on it, but the location was kept secret. The biggest thing with this job is finding a hill steep and straight enough to get up to speed. You need it as straight as possible, because any momentum you lose braking for the entry of a corner takes a lot of getting back on the exit of the corner. The American bloke achieved 84.4 miles per hour for a split second and went to Guinness with the evidence, but there is no official record because Guinness wouldn't recognise it. When we talked to the Guinness Book of Records people, they told us we had to set the top speed as an average measured over 100 metres. This American bloke hadn't done that, but his speed was the benchmark we set ourselves, and we had our work cut out to beat it. The researchers at North One, the TV production company, got on the case trying to find the ideal location. They looked all over the UK first, but didn't find anything. Then they decided on Mont Ventoux in the Provence region of France. There was a place in Brazil that would have been better, but the production company had already spent too much going to Pikes Peak, so France it was. I'd heard of Mont Ventoux through reading about and listening to the Tour de France. It's one of the classic climbs in that race. Chris Froome won the last stage that finished at the summit in 2013, and Tom Simpson, the top British cyclist of his day, died climbing the mountain in the 1967 Tour. His death was blamed on exhaustion, dehydration, and using amphetamines to keep going. He collapsed off his bike and couldn't be revived, so the mountain has become famous, or infamous, among cyclists. Mont Ventoux is also famous for being bold near the top. Its landscape gets compared to the surface of the moon. They say it used to be covered in forest, but all the trees were cut down for shipbuilding, and the weather is so wild and windy up there, the trees have never grown back. Wind speeds up to 200 miles per hour have been measured on the mountain, but we had 2 mint days. It couldn't have been any better. After working all day Monday and up till dinner time Tuesday at Moody's, I drove back home to load up the Trick carbon fibre go-kart that had been built specially for the job, then set out to drive to France. The go-kart wouldn't fit in my van, so we borrowed a medium wheelbase Ford Transit. Me and my mate Tim Coles headed off, driving pretty much non-stop except for the Channel Tunnel, for the next 900 miles. We drove all through the night, me driving till about 3 in the morning and Tim doing the last couple of hours. Tim is in his late 40s, and I see a load of him. We call him the beef farmer, but he's spread his wings and has about 1,000 pigs as well now. He's a real good man to do a road trip with. I originally met him through the trucks, and I like him because he's understated. He's not trying to be out, he's just dead level. He loves his